What machine is the most human? It is a peculiar trait of mankind that they see aspects of themselves within their own creations, and from statues of ancient kings on Earth to the most advanced artificial intelligences used across the colonies, mankind has sought to recreate its likeness with ever-increasing sophistication. But often, humanity is epitomized not in its greatest works, but in that which is the most common and overlooked. The M12 Force Application Vehicle is not particularly advanced or revolutionary. It is inconsequential compared to the vast starships that enable the conquest of the stars and might appear mundane in its ubiquity. Yet, for over 2 centuries, humanity has found in this simple vehicle not just a tool or a weapon, but a loyal companion. A machine in which the human race might see their best qualities reflected. Developed by AMG Transport Dynamics in 2319, the initial prototype line, known as the Z12, garnered immediate consideration for both civilian and military use. Intended to serve as an all-terrain light utility vehicle, the Z12 featured a simple yet resilient chassis and an immensely effective 4-wheel drive. Its specifications allowed it to perform as a type of jack-of-all-trades, fulfilling the role of multiple existing vehicles of the time. It could move swiftly through rugged terrain, climb steep inclines, ford shallow rivers, and all while carrying a large payload of men or material. The Z12 had an operational range of roughly 790 kilometers, but its hydrogen engine could be easily replenished by an onboard solar saline actuator. Even overnight condensation, typical to most terraformed worlds, was sufficient to at least partially refuel its engine. Despite its immense size, roughly 6 meters long, 3 meters wide, and 3 meters tall, the vehicle was suitably lightweight enough to be economically transported across interstellar space. It was also highly mobile, easily accelerating to its top speed of roughly 125 kilometers an hour. Its impressive performance was highlighted in a well-crafted advertising campaign and thorough demonstrations, leading to numerous contracts with the Colonial Military Administration. In 2321, AMG signed a further agreement with the CMA to become the exclusive provider of various types of utility vehicles that would be based on the Z12 chassis. As part of its transition to mass production and adoption into colonial use, the vehicle was designated the M12 Force Application Vehicle. In the space of 8 years, the M12 FAV became the most numerous all-terrain vehicle within the colonial administration. While largely unchanged from the Z12, notable differences included the addition of armored body panels and a pneumatic, later hydraulic-powered, swivel mount on the rear of the vehicle. The enormous popularity of the M12 within the colonial sector led to the widespread adoption of the affectionate nickname Warthog and increased exports. Production of the vehicle expanded further, with numerous companies contracted alongside AMG to produce different variants. While the Colonial Military Administration remained the largest users of the M12 platform, it also became popular within civil service, acting as a colonial ambulance, cargo hauler, and even off-road rally racing. The adoption of the M12 into the United Nations Space Command, largely within the UNSC Army and the UNSC Marine Corps, further cemented the Warthog as the most successful light vehicle in human history. By the outbreak of the Human Covenant War in 2525, the M12 had been in active service for over 200 years, but constant refinements enabled the platform to remain competitive throughout the breadth of the conflict. As the principal workhorse of humanity during the war, it in many respects became the iconic vehicle of the era, with an almost mythological reputation of toughness, durability, and versatility. The demands of the 28-year conflict saw the Warthog used in nearly every role, with improvised field modifications by desperate UNSC personnel expanding the capabilities of the M12 well beyond what its original designers had intended. Even among the Covenant, famously derisive of human equipment, the Warthog achieved some level of respect. Captured M12s were known to have been brought back to the Covenant world of Sankilios as war trophies. The Warthog's extraordinary service history and versatile nature has led to an entire family of vehicles based on the original M12 chassis. Initially, these variants were mainly focused on adapting the M12 for use in a variety of different environments. such as the M862 Arctic variant, which included an enclosed cabin and quad tracks, and the M868 Tropic variant, with a further improved suspension and anti-corrosion coating. Subsequent variants specialized the M12 into a dedicated troop transport or recovery vehicle. Dozens of separate variants would be classified based on the M12's equipped weapons, from the standard rotary chain guns to various rocket launchers, Gauss cannons, flamethrowers, and grenade launchers. By 2552, the latest systemic overhaul of the M12 was considered substantial enough to warrant a new designation, the M12B. While largely similar to its predecessor, the B model featured a more angular body, additional utility features, incorporated side compartments, and an overhauled lighting system. A redesigned swing axle system, transmission, drive shafts, constant velocity joints, and smart wheels further improved the M12's still legendary off-road performance. Like its predecessor, the B line of Warthogs was further refined into dozens of variants, often modernized versions of prior submodels based on the old M12. Despite attempts by the M12B's manufacturers to discourage unapproved modifications, added security measures proved ineffectual, leading again to widespread, ad hoc configurations. Today, the M12 Warthog family of vehicles remains a critical pillar of human civilization. It can be found on every world, from the recovering battlefields on Earth and the inner colonies, to the distant frontiers where settlement operations are again taking place. It serves within United Nations Space Command, private military corporations, civil services, and police forces, on the battlefield and on the racetrack. The stories and legends surrounding the Warthog are endless, from heroic tales of survival to rumors of M12 secretly being shipped back home piece by Marines who refused to give them up after retirement. It is an enduring piece of machinery, and ultimately, the most human.
In Arsenal, the Templin Institute investigates the weapons, vehicles, and other constructs from across alternate worlds. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to join the Templin Institute, consider pledging to our Patreon page. Along with increased security access, you'll be able to vote in polls to determine future topics, get custom wallpaper every week, and receive some other exclusive rewards.